If you love what we're doing on the Church Sound Podcast, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Review us on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you listen on. Check out our YouTube channel. And if you want more information, go to our website, www.churchsoundpodcast.com. See you in the Matrix. Welcome to the Church Sound Podcast, where kingdom culture, real life, and technology intersect. I'm your host, Prentiss Thompson, along with the pastor, Caleb Windley. We're here to help you get through Sunday. Did you hear the pastor? What about your live streams? Social media? We provide solid solutions for all of your multimedia needs. Let's learn something today. Let's go.
Yes. Yes. Yes, one more time. Yes.
One more time.
Yes. Welcome to another edition of the Church Sound Podcast. I'm your humble host, Mr. Prentiss Thompson, along with the pastor,
Pastor Caleb Windley. Guys, how y'all doing out here?
It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. This is the Church Sound Podcast, where kingdom culture, technology, and church life intersect.
Church life, exactly.
Church life intersect. So this is episode number 33.
Yes.
33.
And it is the first one of the new year, I believe.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yes, first one of the new year. So happy new year. Happy 2021 to all those who are listening. We appreciate you. And, I was looking at the downloads, man, and wow. So obviously you guys are listening. So before we always start the show with a point of action, right? So whatever you're doing right now, click down on your phone, and it's a button that says share.
Share.
And you hit that. You find someone that you really, really think needs this.
Exactly.
And you send it to them.
Link them.
And you link them to it. So we want to thank you in advance, because I know you did that just right now. I know you did. I know you did it. Right. Thank you in advance.
Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of the Church Sound Podcast. We have a great topic today.
We do.
Show topic today is mediocre versus excellence. I want to say that again. Mediocre versus excellence. Now, you're probably saying that is a very loaded title.
Yeah.
And we're going to preface this by saying what mediocre is.
Exactly.
And what is excellence. And it's going to be, we're going to deal with equipment. We're going to deal with the modeling of excellence, the modeling of mediocre. And we're going to touch on all those areas and how it applies to your church and your church life and in your life personally. You know what I mean? And how this can how you define it, how you can get to that point, how to recognize it. All these things will factor into what is mediocre and what is excellence.
Yeah.
But before matter of fact, you know what I didn't do?
We did not.
No. I'm tell you exactly what I didn't do.
What's that, doctor?
I said, well, Pastor, how you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. 2021. I'm looking forward to a brand new day, man. New things on the horizon, just greater opportunities, learning more, growing more, becoming better than I was last year, and walking around without a mask. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Walking around without a mask.
Yeah, for real.
Good money. Yes, walking around. I'm not taking my mask off for a good minute. So
look,
it may be this time next year, but I'm like, I think I'll take this ring off now.
Yeah.
I'll be the only person walking around with a mask for a good minute, but it's going to stay on for.
It's all right. It's okay.
It's going to stay on for a good minute. Before we get started, before we get into our topic, I want to thank our sponsor, Metro Podcast Studio, the hottest podcast studio in New York City. Make sure that you check them out at metropodcaststudio.com for all of your podcasting needs, whether it's video recording, post-production, podcast production or just remote recording, they can handle it. Hit them up, metropodcaststudio.com, and they will take care of you. Before we get into it, I'm the man on the mic today, so let's get ready for Sunday School.
Okay, class, it's time. Time for Sunday School.
I don't want
You're gonna go. Give me your hand. Come on, stop.
Yes. So, like we do every week, you know, I got 3 topics.
Yes,
I got 3 points. Well, I'm coming from the book of Prentiss Thompson, chapter 1, verse 15.
All right now.
Well,
come on, preacher.
That's what I'm doing. All right, so here are the topics, sir. You get to pick one. Okay, you get to pick one.
Sure.
All right. First topic is shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Okay. Shake it off. Okay.
Second point, the king had a castle.
The king had a castle. Shake it off. And the king had a castle. Okay.
Last point, believe it or not.
Did you say believe it?
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. Shake it off. The king had a castle. And get rid of your weave. That weave thing, man. I don't know. I'm kind of. No. You know what? Come on. Let's focus on the king had a castle. I want to hear that.
King had a castle for 1,500.
King had a castle.
Okay.
For 90 points.
For 9 points. King had a castle. Yep. King had a castle. Okay. So this is a point I'm trying to make in our topic, mediocre versus excellence, in this context, and you get it within the story. This is like in the late 90s, and I'm a producer, solely a producer, music producer, and at the time, the hottest thing to have in your home studio. This is when home studios first got their prominence with ADAT recorders. You know, people started using Pro Tools in the crib and all that type of stuff. Right. People had ADATs, and you stack the ADATs up and whatever, right? So the hottest mixer to have was a mixer by Mackie called the 32.8. It was 32 channels, 8 bus. That's what it means. 32 8x2. Those who all my engineers, you know what that means.
That's great.
So, a friend of mine said, "Yo, it's this guy. He got the banging studio." And you know, at the time, I had like an itty bitty studio. I mean, I had just what I needed. You know, you always want more. You want I want the new MPC. I want the new module. Thing came out. And,
got 3,000.
They got this 1,000, the 3,000, the 4,000. You know, all these different pieces come out, and you know, you're always in the music store trying out new stuff, and you trying to find your sound. And I can get it with this piece, You know, this is before it was all software based. Where if you wanted keyboard sound, you had to have a keyboard or a keyboard module.
Exactly.
So all these things had to happen. So I get to this dude's studio, and when I say this dude had everything, this dude, this dude had everything.
Did he knock over a bank?
He had every module. He had all the latest drum machines. He was laced. He had carpet with the dope speakers. Like, I was like, what? I was like, man. So he carrying it like that. Yeah. So what's up? Oh, you the kid they talking about? Okay, yeah, man.
Okay.
It's my spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, doing my thing up in here, yo. You know, we play some records. You know, we play some records. You know, we doing all that. those who watching on YouTube, you can see my language. You know, he carrying it like he hot, like just like blazing. Yeah,
got this now, man.
Rubbing his beard, like just doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it gully.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Got a couple of things popping off. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's doing the whole thing, and I'm just like I'm sucking in the room, like just. Man,
man.
Everything. Like,
he get in a candy store.
He's like, he got everything. So the dude I came with, I don't remember who it was. I know he was probably someone that was representing me at the time, probably, and wanted to like show me around and get me around. Sure. He said maybe he let you do some joints in his room and that'll bring your sound out and this and that. Just trying to push me forward into the real game.
Yeah.
So. This dude, he had all the candy in the store, like wrapped. Oh, he had everything. I'm trying to paint this picture for you guys.
Oh man,
he had everything. He had the gear. He had the fresh Air One.
Word.
He had the Ace Deuce cap to the side. Had his own what them jackets they had back then with your name on the back. Team jackets.
Team jackets.
Aviax jackets. Yeah, he was like, he had the rings and the gold chain. Like I said, yo, this dude is paid. Like, God, dog.
Okay.
So my man was like, yo, play something for Sweets, man. Those who don't know that producer name, people call me Sweets, who you are.
Yeah.
So, he played some tracks. He started playing some tracks, and all of a sudden, he was like, just like, he carrying it like I'm hot. I'm hot.
He's trying to hide now.
He playing, and he's like, whoo! He's making faces, man. It's like egging him on, like, whoo! Well, that joint fire, B. Just whoo! Gas face. In my mind, I'm going like, he's in trouble. Like, he's in trouble.
Yeah. He done showed his card now.
He's in trouble because my worst beat is smashing his first joint.
Man.
Like, in my head, I'm going like, oh, he has no idea what's about to happen. And his people coming into the room like, woo, yo, that's you, dude. Yo, that's crazy. And my man's is with me. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him like, okay, so
that's
you, B. Like the whole bag of nuts. Like this dude is he on fire. He on fire.
Yeah, he ain't got no other choice.
He ain't got no other choice.
Nope.
His man's is like, woo.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm speaking a lot of slang. Good people, all my Caucasian people, just get the dialect right to understand where I'm going. I'm trying to paint a picture here. I'm trying to paint a picture here.
It's the 90s.
Hello. It's the 90s. Well, anyway, so what I do, and I learned this from Timberland and some of the best producers in the game. This is what I learned from them. When I would go into a meeting with a record label or a manager or artist, I would set my beat tape up in this order. Whatever my hottest beat was, it was always number 3. It was never the first one. The first one will be my third best beat. The second one will be my second best beat that I had. Total catalog, whatever it is. If it's R&B, I have my best R&B joint third. If I was pitching a hip hop to a hip hop artist or a rap artist, my best beat was always third.
Wow.
But my first beat was always was Monkey Face. So my first beat is always like you get that face like
Yeah. You like
people making faces, start mumbling, just like
tapping the foot.
Just give it to me. Just give me the gas face. My first beat was always the monkey face, but it was never my best beat. It was never my best track. So he was like, he said, hey, listen. So man, what you got, man? You know, you brought the young dude up here with, you know, I know you got something. I know you got something. You know, he's gassed me on like when I'm gonna play, ain't gonna match him. And I was like, well, yeah. He said, well, you want to start? I was like, just press play. That's all I say. And that's always my line. People that really know me, I'm like, hey, just press play. That's all you got to do. When that first beat came on, his friends turned on him like, woo! Yo, that's crazy. They was jumping out their skin. That's By the time I played the second beat, they was like, ooh, man, that one was hotter than that one. And I was like, oh. I straight faced him like this. This is what I did.
Do I have to?
Do I have to do this? He said, he was like, you got more? I was like, no, just keep playing. Just the next one was off the meat rack. So it was just like, gong. And I was like, you can just hand that right back. And his friends was looking at him like,
oh yeah, like pull some now, Doc.
Come on. They was looking at him like, you can't even touch this kid. Like anything you got in here can't touch. Because I heard all your stuff. Can't touch what this kid just brought in here. Like he played three tracks.
That's
played
crazy.
Like 12. And his first track was smashing your best track, and he wasn't even trying. So this leads me to the point I'm trying to make. Sometimes what you think is excellent, is really mediocre. Yeah. Until you run into excellence.
Exactly.
Because you know how I know this? Because this happened to me. I was playing tracks for an artist, and unbeknownst to him, he had just got a record produced by Timbaland, and he played me the beat. And it smashed everything in my everything I had. Sonically, creatively, like everything. I was just like, I want to quit. I was like, oh.
He's like, I'm done.
I'm done. I'm like, I said, you just give me my tape right back. So,
bro.
Yes. So, which leads us to our topic, which is, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for Sunday school. I know you guys enjoyed that. I'm a fabulous storyteller. I know. Anyway, so what we're going to get into today is mediocre versus excellence. So how does this apply to ministry? I'm glad you asked. Exactly. So therefore, we shall start with a few definitions. How about that? I shall do this in my English accent, the best one I have so far. Mediocre. The definition of mediocre is only moderate quality, or low quality, value, ability, or performance, ordinary, or what my grandmother would say, my grandmama would say, so-so.
So-so. Wow.
So-so. Mediocre. So-so. Excellence is defined as the fact or the condition of excelling, superiority, surpassing goodness, merit, the quality of what is right and avoiding what is wrong.
Right. Yeah.
So in my grand scheme of mediocre and excellence, Pastor Caleb, what would be your fighting definition of mediocre and excellence?
Oh man. Throughout the years, I when you look at it, I don't know if anyone did, I'm gonna date myself a little bit. There was a movie, was it Beach Street? No, it wasn't Beach Street. It was Juice. There's a movie called Juice. If you ever get the opportunity to check this movie out, this will show you clearly the differences between what is mediocre and what is excellent. And so there was a scene where one of the guys was a DJ, and he was playing. He was going back and forth. He was doing his thing. And so when the person that was running the event came up to him, she's like, "Oh, I know you. You local.
Ooh.
You local. You not global. You not on the radio. You not." See, the difference between mediocre and excellence is going the extra mile.
Wow.
It's taking myself from the only person I'm competing with, a person of excellence only competes with themselves. A person of mediocrity only celebrates themselves.
Wow.
So in every celebration, I think I'm the thing because of either what I've done, not what I'm doing.
Right.
A person of excellence is always looking to the next. I know that this was great, but there's better than that.
Right.
And so you'll find that in the midst of media teams. You find that in churches. Pastors think that they've arrived because we've got the best this and the best that, and nobody can touch us. When in fact, it's just like my brother's story. It's almost as if he was at home doing splice tape beats. And homeboy he had everything. He had ADATs and he had everything before anything was even invented. He had it. But the truth of the matter is that what makes the difference between a mediocre individual and a person of excellence is how they. I think mediocrity and excellence starts with the mindset. It's how you see not just what you're doing, but you see yourself. Because I'm not a mediocre person. I'm not a mediocre. I don't do mediocre things. It's because I'm a mediocre person, and I'm a mediocre person because I think mediocre.
Right.
I don't think to the next level to where I should be at. My tomorrow is always dwarfed by my today.
Right.
But the person of excellence says my tomorrow is going to be 1,000 times better than what you see today.
Got it.
I think for me, that's what counts it all. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, what you're saying is like the separation between mediocre and excellence is a state of mind.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a state of mind. So I want you guys to grab a hold of this. It's a state of mind.
Yep.
It means it happens before everything.
Exactly.
Okay, so let me just rewind this. So the rewind is you think how you think.
Yep.
How you think.
Yep.
How you think.
Exactly.
Shapes your decisions.
Exactly.
Decisions shape your world.
Right.
Your thinking shapes your decision of who to be around. Your thinking shapes what you accept and you don't accept.
Exactly.
Your thinking. Yep. So to be excellent is a state of mind.
Exactly.
It's never arriving. That's the best way I can put it. Never arrive. You're always moving. So
that's right.
The attitude of excellence, and I want people to kind of get this. The attitude of excellence is built from within, and it is modeled if you want it.
Exactly.
You have to want it, because you could be around excellence and not receive it. Yeah. You could be around excellent people or people that push you and push them away because it's too much for you.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to be excellent.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's a mindset. It can be modeled, but shaped in excellence is one key word.
Yeah.
And it's called application.
Yeah. Yep.
It's called application. So what does excellent application look like? I'm glad you asked. So the application of excellence is first thing you have to see what it is. Yeah. So how many times have you gone to a church and go, wow, just blown away that is sound is great, imaging is great, production is great, singing is great. It's almost like you're just experiencing the experience, which is what you're there for. If you're not hindered by feedback, buzz, mic not working, this voice is too loud, the bass is too loud. All those things that happen that will cause distraction because you're used to having experience unprofessional environments.
Exactly.
Like you're used to mediocre. To the point that you think mediocre is excellent. Until you experience something excellent and then you run back to your church, to your pastor and go, you are not going to believe this with these people.
Right.
Exactly. It is amazing. They did this. And your pastor will go, well, how come we can't do that here?
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't do it?
You should.
However,
you should have that response.
However, if your leader in the team is not prepared to be excellent, you will not be excellent.
No.
Because it's a mindset. It is birthed from within. It is modeled. And it requires application, which means it requires some sweat equity.
Exactly.
So the definition is this. In my ministry, in my department of the ministry that I'm in, how do we define excellence?
Right. Exactly. And I think that that's a key question, because I'm going to take it back a little bit. Excellence doesn't show up in the midst of the service. Excellence was there prior to the service.
Excellence showed up on Monday.
It's almost like some people come to church. Exactly. Right. It's not just their media team was so excellent. It was the fact that when I walked in the building, there was nothing on the floors, that you could literally see your excellence it comes out of your pores. It's not just something that I do, although I model it, but I model it because I've fallen in love with living my life as an excellent individual, because I'm thinking that way. I'm looking at how I respond to people. Everything, excellence is how I tie my shoes. It's what I wear. It's what I drink. It's how I take care of my body. It's all of that, and then that begins to leak out and affect the people that you lead. It affects the people that you speak to, the interactions that you have on the bus. My conversations are not something that I choose my words wisely. Why? Because I'm modeling excellence. So that means that anything that I say out of my mouth is got to be a gem that somebody can walk away with, and it can change how they view themselves, how they view their life, their circumstances, and their situations. I wanted to read something to you, but that actually goes along with what you said. Listen, this is from Einstein. Great spirits have always encountered opposition from mediocre minds.
Wow.
The mediocre mind, listen to this, and this is so key, is incapable of understanding the man who refuses to bow blindly to the conventional prejudices and chooses instead to express his opinions courageously and honestly. This is what you're talking about. When we're talking about being excellent in ministry, it's the challenging of thank you, Holy Spirit. Every man of excellence does not lack mediocrity. He challenges it.
Yeah.
He fights those mediocre thoughts. He challenges every low place, every broken place. He deals with it because he recognizes that my world has to be excellent. It just has to be. There's no other alternative.
Right.
So mediocrity is my enemy. And until it is, our ministries will never become what they're supposed to become.
Right. I think at one point, you know, it's like, I know you don't play, I know you don't watch sports and you didn't play sports, but I can attest to this as an athlete. Okay.
Okay.
When I play ball, especially in the street, you always have your five. You know? So what me and my boys would do, because we got tired of playing people in the neighborhood, what we would do is we would get our pound, which is our five people that we play with all the time. We know I got my guard, my forward, my power playing three, power forward, and my center. We wouldn't go to different parks.
Mm-hmm.
We would just get a ball, get a bag, and just get on a train or get on our bikes and ride to different parks.
Right.
Pull up and see who had a game. Pull up and say, yo, who got next? And we would ball.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I'm trying to get to. No matter what park we went to play, we knew how it felt. No matter who we played, win, loss, draw, it didn't matter. We knew how it felt.
Yeah.
To kill them.
Yeah.
We knew how it felt when it got tough.
Yeah.
We knew how it felt when we had to fight.
Okay.
We knew how it felt when we had to play hard defense or get that rebound. We knew how it felt when we saw the dude going to the hole and somebody got to block the shot.
Right.
We knew how it felt to stretch. So it's the feeling of being excellent only happens in the battle of being excellent.
That's good.
It doesn't happen anywhere else.
That's good.
In the battle, in the fight,
right?
That's where you find out.
That's it.
Who you are.
Exactly. So excellence doesn't happen in a vacuum.
No.
So it can't happen in my house. It can't happen with me just chilling, watching TV, eating Doritos, and drinking a 2-liter soda.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Can't happen. It's going to require something of you because no one was born excellent.
Wow.
We're all born the same. We're all born with gifts and talents, but your gift will only be as good as your work.
Exactly.
Your talent will take you but so far.
Right.
Gift, if you work your gift, it will take you further than talent. Because I know so many talented people who are nowhere near where they should be, and it's a guy who had half of their talent but was willing to work the gift that they had.
Awesome.
Hard work beats talent every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. So getting it back to the church, and this is why I'm drumming this point home.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, I'm going to ask you this: having the best equipment, does that define excellence, sir?
No.
Why?
No.
People think, churches throw money at problems.
Oh yeah, all day, but they won't. But too many of them won't throw training at a problem. They'll spend $30,000, $40,000, $60,000 for the dopest board, but won't spend $5,000 to bring a trainer in and train everybody in the ministry.
Right.
So does it matter that I have a $30,000 board when I can't take advantage of the $30,000 board because I haven't been trained professionally how to get the best, how to get excellence out of what you've given me? Just because you've given me something that was made excellently doesn't mean that I have the ability to bring excellence my excellence to it and then release excellence out into the masses so that people can hear what this $30,000 board can do. It doesn't matter if I have all of the toys. It doesn't matter if I have everything that I need to make my service incredibly awesome. You can have all of the backdrops and all of the lights and everything that people will say that you're supposed to have. But the truth of the matter is if you don't have excellence training, if you haven't been trained to be made excellent, because somebody has to come in who had become excellent to put excellence in you, or at least unlock the excellence in you in that particular area.
Right.
The same way with graphics. I'll look at it from a lot of things that I do. Graphically, you can create stuff, and people will chase after the thing that you thought was the worst thing that you created, because for them, they're looking for what fits their palette, but you're trying to give them something that will take them the next direction, that will take them for eons, that will give them a brand that can change, that can grow along with their lineage. But they're just looking for, I just need this for now. I just need it. No, excellence says it's not just now. I got 60 years down the line that I know that I need to be able to touch and affect. So the body of Christ has, and we've done this for years and years and years. We've put ourselves out there. We've gotten the best. We've got the best equipment. I know of a church that purchased all the top amounts of equipment, but had nobody that could play anything. Now that was faith, but they didn't bring anybody to train anybody either. Why not? Why not make the investment? This is what excellence looks like. And sometimes we go out and we admire it in other places, but we don't allow the excellence that lives on the inside of us to defeat the mediocrity inside of us, to say, hey, let's bring somebody in. Let's get on YouTube University.
Right.
Let's take it to the next level. Let's make this thing do what it possibly can do. I mean, it's amazing, man. But yeah, it doesn't matter what you have. It matters what you contain.
Right. So churches out there who you may not have everything that you need or you desire, but what are you getting out of what you do have?
Exactly.
And which leads me to part 2 of my Sunday school, where the roles have been reversed in my world.
Okay.
At this point in my life, I was a DJ. This is before my producer time. I was a DJ. And in my neighborhood, I was one of the best DJs in my neighborhood. And I had some church cousins that lived in the Bronx. And my church cousins, they wasn't my real cousin, but we was in church, so we was kids together, so we called ourselves our church. He was my cousin. We were cousins. And we would be at each other's houses, spend the night at each other's houses. Our moms were good, cool, So this particular weekend, I'm going to take my boys with me. At this time, I had a name. My name, don't laugh, everybody. Everyone keep it in. Just don't laugh at your boy. My DJ name was the Grand Magician Sweet Pea.
Hold on. Say that again?
My DJ name was the Grand Magician Sweet Pea.
Okay.
Go ahead, let it out. Just let it out, brother.
I'm good. No, we good. We good.
Let it out. Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe it. Inhale, exhale.
Wow.
So,
okay.
And my boys, they be like, the magician, that was their name for me. Oh, the magician. Oh, the magician.
Okay.
And I was, I was like, I learned how to DJ in all phases. So I was a trick DJ. I could blend, I could cut.
Okay.
I could do all those things, but I started out with just backspinning and cutting
Sure.
my nose,
Sure.
behind my back, and one arm, and all that type stuff. So I go to my cousin's house. My play cousins, I call them my cousins. I go to their house and didn't know they had turntables.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, snap. And my little cousin, who's like at the time probably like 13, and he's on the set just killing. Like he just back and forth and killing. So my boys is like, "Sup, magician? You gonna get on? What's up? You gonna get on the set?" Da, 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 da. Man, his turntables were so rickety because I had 1200. I saved my little bread up. I had my 1200s, had my Gemini mixer. No, my GLI mixer.
Okay.
I had my, I had the top joints.
Okay.
This dude, his turntables were so rickety, I couldn't hold him. It was needle skipping. He killing me. My boys looking at me like, the magician? Like, what happened? Like,
wow, bro.
Which lends me to this point: small churches,
bro.
My little cousin killed me. I mean, he had me rethinking my life. Like, am I really good? Is it equipment? No.
He said, am I really good?
He learned to use what he had.
Yeah.
To the point he embarrassed his older cousin who had everything. Now he's 13. I'm probably like 17 or 18.
Okay.
And he's killing me. I couldn't even touch him. To the point I was like, and in the end, he became a much better DJ than me because I was like, I want to produce music. I just left it alone.
Yeah, I don't want to touch no more records.
I don't want to touch it no more. Anyway, but which leads me to what I'm saying to churches is small churches, medium-sized churches, whatever size your church is.
Right.
Learn to use what you have effectively.
Right.
Get every nook and cranny out of it. But the only way you can do that if you have people in place who desire excellence and are knowledge seekers.
Right.
And if they're not in that place, then you have to supply the knowledge so they can be excellent and get the most out of what you have, because right now you can't afford to get anything else.
Absolutely.
So what can we do with what we have?
Yeah.
So that's the question you have to ask yourself.
Yeah.
What can we do with what we have?
Exactly.
It's a James Brown song. Use what you got to get what you want. Yeah.
That's it.
Watch out now.
That's it. That's truth. That's truth, man. Oh man, that's truth.
Yeah. So this which brings me to this point. I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
How can a team get to the point of excellence?
How can a team get to the point of excellence? I think based upon the experiences I've had in the past, the way of getting to excellence is allowing someone to see the broken areas, to challenge your highly opinionated self, to cancel out some of those things that you thought was always, well, this is how we always did it. Yeah, why we got to do it this way? Why we got to change? Why we got to read our Bible? Why we got it's allowing someone to come in and see you. It's funny. Growing up, I always got these little growing up things. My mom would say, "You act like your S don't stink." Like your bowel movement. And sometimes you need people that can come into your circumference and be able to say, "I'm not impressed with where you are, but I'm impressed with where you can go. I know that there's more in you than you even know about. And I believe that if you give me enough time and give me your attention and don't come with opposition, I can bring out. I think the greatest team comes out of submission to someone who has been down the road, but who has the mindset, the belief system to pull you out. I mean, there's been individuals that have come along my life that have caused me to become the man who I am today. I was a mess prior, but there were people that came in and said, okay, I hear all of that and I see all of your stuff, but this is what you should be doing. This is where you should be. And I had to, at some point in my life, say, okay, I submit. And I think the greatest teams are built out a heart of submission and an open ear. Open your ear to hear what is being said to you. Obey an instruction. If you're given an instruction, obey that instruction and allow that instruction to produce in you what it was set forth to produce. I personally think that.
You know, the funny thing is, like, I'm looking at my notes, and I'm going to show you what I wrote. You said exactly what I said.
Okay.
You said exactly what I wrote.
Wow.
This is what I wrote. Experience excellence and take it in.
Mm-hmm.
Point 2, I had consult with someone who can be honest and give you an honest answer and push you.
Right. Yeah.
And everything is not for everybody.
Exactly.
You said all of that. You said all of that.
Amazing. That's why we a team, bro.
Yeah, you said all of that. All that bag of chips in the 50 cent chips. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope that you got something out of this. But before we get out of this, let me just close the segment first. I pray that you take this as meat and not milk.
Yeah.
Take this as a major part of your meal. Take this as a loving nudge.
Mm-hmm.
Take this as a kick in the pants. Take this as Let me tell you something. I was talking to a friend of mine. I know this is going to sound crazy.
It's all right.
But I was talking to a friend of mine. I was frustrated. And he basically said to me, you screaming like a little kid who's getting his diaper changed. And he's screaming.
Mm.
He's, ah! And you changing his diaper. That's God.
Yeah.
Changing your diaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're so upset because he's changing your diaper. You don't even know why, but he's like, the reason why I'm changing your diaper because you a mess right now.
Right.
I need to clean you up.
Right.
Because you don't know what's good for you right now.
Exactly.
So take this as go experience excellence.
Yeah.
And figure out how to do it.
Right.
And come with ideas and bring those ideas. And if your man or woman of God is not receptive to it, pray for them that they be receptive to it and send them stuff that they can digest so they can see what you're seeing. So you can bring it to them for the betterment of your church body, for the betterment to bring it to a place of excellence. And if you know that your team needs training, then seek out trainers. We can help. Hit us up, invisibleministry.com. Go right to the website. Email us. We'll get back to you. We can set up training for you. Amazing training for you.
Yeah.
But seek out knowledge.
Yeah. And
don't get caught in your bubble of accepting mediocre when you haven't experienced excellence. So you don't have a gauge to gauge where you're at.
Exactly.
To understand what it is and what it takes.
Yeah.
And get around people who are further down the line than you. Churches, ministers, whoever, AV people, because you're constantly learning. We are constantly learning. And the thing about people who are excellent, you always want to be learning.
Exactly.
Once you think you've arrived, know that you're left behind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just know it. If you have in your mind, I got it. Know that you're 5 years away. You're 5 years behind automatically because you've been thinking that for a while.
That ain't it.
You know what I mean? So I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, man.
Before we get out of here, I'm the ridicule. I'm the man on the pike right now. And before we get out of here, let's get into some 30 seconds and gone.
Yeah. That's what's up. So guys, y'all know how we do. It's gonna take a 30 seconds, real quick flashes. I'm gonna ask my brother some versus questions. And let's see where his mind goes. Let's see if we get is he excellent or is he mediocre? All right, my brother. All right. Let's go. I'm a minute mess with him right now. Kobe or LeBron? Watch. Just watch him.
I gotta go Braun. Gotta go Braun.
I give you that one. Wired or cordless?
Depending on what it is.
Okay.
And depending on the system, depending on the wireless system. So those are the two.
That's true too. Yep. All right. Choirs or praise and worship teams?
Both. Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on the song, depending on who's singing, depending on who's leading the song. But I would probably say praise and worship more than choirs, but I can appreciate both.
I can. Yeah. I feel you. Amplified or King James?
Amplified or King James?
Yeah.
Depending on the verse.
Okay.
Depending on the verse. Because you may get something, you may get a deeper meaning out of King James.
Sure.
Or the new King James than you would get out of the Amplified or the Amplified or the
and vice versa. Right.
So it's like,
Okay.
Wherever you get your nectar.
That's what's up. That's good. I like
you get your nectar, sir.
That's good. Y'all can take that. That's not copyright. Puma or Adidas?
Adidas all day long.
All right. My last one. Apple or Microsoft? Now this, don't answer, because this answer may make or break who we are.
Man, listen. Me and Steve Jobs, that's my homie right there, boy. No Bill Gates. It's Steve Jobs. I don't have PC, nothing in my crib.
Yo, I can't.
Everything back.
They give me headaches.
I can't. 9 steps to do one thing. No. Nah.
I can't.
Control room. What the heck is control room?
I don't even know, bro. I don't know.
Why? Why?
There's more stuff to agitate you.
And viruses.
All day.
You gotta buy the
Viruses
computer and then buy non-virus components.
Exactly.
You ain't gotta do none of that with a Mac. Hello?
0.
I don't have them problems. I don't have them problems. I don't have them problems.
That's for sure.
That's all we got?
That's it, man. That was it.
Listen, 30 seconds.
Yo, that's why I told you I was going to add more, because I know you.
I will expound. Anyway, we want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, for sure.
Listening to the podcast. I hope you got something from it. Tune in. Make sure you tune in to midweek service.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing some deep dives coming up, and so we're going to have some product interviews coming up very soon.
Exactly.
So if you're really digging that, make sure you subscribe, like, check us out. Check out the YouTube channel. Make sure you go to the website, thechurchsoundpodcast.com. And if you would like to, if you have a guest, if you want to be a guest, if you have questions,
that'd be dope.
Or if you have a topic that you'd like us to cover, please go to the website and submit your question right there on the contact page, and it'll send it right to us. And also check us out on our social media, IG, Facebook, Check us out there. We do most of our content there on our social media platforms, and join and become a friend and leave us a message and and communicate with us. We love to hear from you. But as always, in closing, we say keep God first in everything you do.
Yep.
And we see you next time on the Church Sound Podcast.
Deuces.
Yes, sir. I want to send a big shout out to our essential workers in the church body.
Yeah.
Our essential workers, media team. Media teams.
Mm-hmm.
They are the church's essential workers. Without whom there would be no way
Right.
the word would go forth online.